Welcome back to our channel, and in this week's video we will be finally revealing the new color on our BMW F80. Before we get into that, we will talk about little problems that the car has and had, and then we will show you guys the color. Let's get into the video. And now I will reveal what we did with the F80. Wait. First, I will show you guys what we had to do to completely fix this car and what still has to get fixed. One of the problems or the issues is the VDC, which you probably are wondering what it means. It means Vertical Dynamic Control Module, and it controls the suspension, so you can put it in different modes like efficient, sport plus, sport, and so on. There's three things or two other things that you can do. It's one steering and one just another mode for if you want to drive efficient, sport plus, like more aggressive, more normal driving kind of. And the steering and the other mode, I'm not sure what it's called, those both work perfectly fine. Just the suspension one, as I said, the VDC, the Vertical Dynamic Control Module, doesn't work, and we have tried different things to we've bought different things like a wheel speed sensor, because that's what we thought what it was first. We changed those out. That wasn't the problem, so at the end we figured out that it was that module, and it sits in the trunk. And we are not sure yet. I mean, it has to get coded to the car, but we're not sure yet if we can do it, and we didn't really have time yet to do it. And so we've always had this code here, and it says chassis function restricted, which it just means the suspension. And as you can see down here, you can see that on the left it's in efficiency, on the right the steering is in sport, and in the middle where the suspension is, there's nothing, because that module, as I've said before, doesn't work, so there's really nothing to choose from. So that's one major thing that we have to fix. And one other thing that we have to fix is in the driver's seat, one of the motors doesn't work. We had to also change out two other motors because they were also broken or corroded, the old ones, so we have to change those out. And the one that doesn't work right now is for the bottom, that tilts up and down. That motor doesn't work, so we have to order a new one for that, and that should be a quick install. We have to take the whole seat out, sadly, but that's also quick because we've done it a couple of times already. And as I've mentioned before, it's a 6-speed manual, and it's the first car that we've had that's a manual, or at least when I was around. And this is actually the car that I learned to drive manual in, and it was a bit tricky at the start, but I got the hang of it. Still learning a bit, but it's definitely nothing to be scared of. Another problem which we had was the O2 sensors. After reading the car for faults, one of them was the O2 sensor, and since the car was in salt water, it was completely corroded. And now I will show you guys us changing out the O2 sensor. The first step is to take off the big metal skid plate. This is the plug for the O2 sensor, and this is the O2 sensor. And these are both of the plugs for both O2 sensors. One of them is for cylinder 1, 3, and 5, and the other one is for 2, 4, and 6. Now we can take the plug out and disconnect it, which is a bit tricky. To unscrew the O2 sensor, you need this special tool which lets you easily loosen the sensor. And here's our new O2 sensor. And here you can see why you need the special tool so it can slide right on. Now we can start taking the old one out. As you can see, the old one is very dirty and looks kind of corroded too. And now back in with the new one. And make sure to slide the heat shield over the wire correctly so it doesn't mess anything up. Now you can put the wire back, which took a bit, and after that it's plug and play. Here we can take a look at the old one. The plug looks fine, but the sensor definitely doesn't. Here's a side-by-side comparison. After having that done, we went over the car multiple times to see if there's any other major problems so we can finally get it inspected and registered. And now the only fault which we still had was the one for the suspension. So we asked the guys that do the inspection if it matters, and they said no, and that we are clear to get the inspection. So that was a big relief, because at the time we didn't really know what was wrong with it. So we finally went to the inspection, and we were kind of nervous because we didn't know if anything would work or they wouldn't let something go through. But after the inspection was done, they gave us the green light so we can get it registered, and we were very happy. So a couple of days after the inspection, we went to the DMV and finally got it registered. And now I'll show you guys what we did with the BMW F80. And now, after we went through everything, we can now show you what we did with the BMW F80. Some will like it, some won't, but I'm completely in love with the car now. Here's our BMW F80 wrapped in Hornet Yellow. I completely love this color because it just pops out so much. This is actually the first car me and my dad ever have wrapped ourselves. Yeah, it took quite some time. So we sadly don't have any footage of us wrapping it. But once you get the hang of it, it's not that complicated. I just really love this color. It pops out in traffic. Like when you see this, you just have to look at it. And yeah, we blacked out the badges here because the blue doesn't really match with the yellow. Also on the rims, we got black badges. On the back, right here, this already was black because it's has a competition package. Because some people don't know that this is a competition. Sadly, the newer models like G80, whatever, have it saying competition if it's a competition. And this, if it's a black badge, it's a competition. Carbon roof, that's a competition. Interior, you can see that it has the bucket seats, which just look amazing and are actually very comfortable to sit in while it's driving. After getting it registered, we went to our very first car meet with this car in this color, which was Euro Trooper 12, and now I'll show you a bit of footage from the car there.
Drop your thoughts in the comments down below on what you think about the color. And I just wanted to say that so many things happened during the last couple days. It's unbelievable, but more in further videos.
Here's also a quick recap of everything which we did to the car. Again, we got the car wrapped in Hornet yellow. We made the badges black, which isn't very major, but we added this little gloss black ducktail spoiler, which just makes the car look way better. We tinted out these little reflectors, we tinted out the tail lights, and yeah, all together looks very good again. Thanks for tuning in today. We hope you enjoyed this video. It will help out a lot if you could like and subscribe. If you haven't watched any previous videos, definitely go check them out. Drive safe and stay tuned.